And now it's time for my special guest and some special announcements. Dan Raju is the president and CEO of Tradier Brokerages. Tradier is a new revolutionary kind of brokerage. A brokerage that is API based instead of the more traditional, we do it all and charge you all for it. StockCharts is partnering with Tradier to bring free equities and trading to StockChartsACP. As a result of this partnership, anybody can now trade stocks for free directly from StockChartsACP. That's truly exciting. And so welcome, Dan, and thanks for joining us.
Happy to talk to you today, Chip. Chip, you have really built a great company. Thanks for putting this event together. I'm really excited. I've been following the videos over the last couple of hours. ACP is truly exciting. We at Tradier are really excited to be a part of what you folks are doing. I'm so happy to be with you.
Terrific. Dan, these are really exciting times for online traders. So much is changing, so much is improving. What can you tell us about the history of online trading in general and equity trading via Tradier in particular?
Absolutely. These are really, really exciting times. Most brokers like us, most sizable brokers like us have had, almost like 200% growth in the last 6 months during this pandemic times. But, in addition to how exciting it is today, what's more fascinating is also how we got here, right? And so I think that is, that's the most fascinating part about all of this is how over the last 2 decades we got here. Online trading has had a fascinating past. I guess a few of the older guys, Chip, like you and me, are fortunate to have been a part of this growth. And some of us have had the luxury of having a few scars on our back and navigating through the ups and downs. But what is fascinating is how we started and how we got here. So it kind of, I'm not going to bore everyone with a lot of detail, but I'm going to set the stage for how we got here. It kind of started when we were much younger, I guess, in the late 80s, early 90s, when the idea of actually trading from the telephone, punching into a phone, was introduced by firms like Schwab and Fidelity, but it kind of never kicked off. There was some excitement about it, but never. It's too inconvenient. Never really took on any considerable shape. And the industry struggled to get it into the hands of people. They kind of coupled that with discount trading, but never really kicked off. Till in 1996, a few online firms first started introducing a concept of a truly brokerage experience. And I think completely online trading. I think that was 1996, 97 was a real time, I think, where traders really got into the idea of, hey, I could actually just be in front of a computer and do everything that I need to do. It was still clumsy. It was still, I guess, clunky. But I think the market really adopted that. I do remember at that time, when we in 2000, we reached about 8 to 10 million retail investors. We thought it was the greatest thing that we've ever seen. But I think nobody had guessed that you would come to a time by 2020 today where you would have 100 million traders. But still at that time, it was superb and it was exciting. But I think what happened after 2002, the market started introducing a level of sophistication. I think the first signs of sophistication we saw in 2002. And by 2005, right, and by 2005, the sophistication reached a state of adoption. And I think there was a demand for people to visualize financial data, allow better analysis of the market. People wanted to monitor their portfolios in real time. And, a whole bunch of firms, including firms like StockCharts, right, have had a significant role in enabling that retail investor, right? The idea for him to be able to sit in front of a computer and have the tools to be able to analyze the market was really kind of took shape by 2005. By 2007, we had a complete new influx of what we call as just not sophistication, but active traders. For the first time, we started talking about traders who trade more than 10 times a month. That was kind of very difficult to imagine in any broad sense. And by 2008-ish, 9-ish timeframe, and that market has literally boomed to over 30 million retail traders, right? And it is that pace of adding a lot of retail investors to the market that has continued up to today. And today we have, like I was saying, close to 100 million retail brokerage accounts in the country funded. But this is kind of the market today. If you really, really take a look at it, you've got a very, very vibrant market right now that has roughly around, 100 million traders. Out of that, 50 million traders kind of trade less than 3 times, many of them 0. And then you have an entire 40 to 50 million traders who trade more than 3 times. And out of that 50 million traders, there are roughly about 10 million traders that actually trade more than 10 times. For the first time in that market got created starting 2010, where there is the segment for extremely content-driven, hungry traders who are looking for great tools, looking for platforms like StockCharts, doing analysis, and trying to actually get an edge into the market. And I think that was the stage that was set. I mean, I think more recently, if you take a look at it, what has happened in the last, I would say, 2 years in particular, and the last 7-8 months in more particularly, is I think this entire vibrant market kind of almost got fuel on the fire. And I think with the advent of almost like I wrote about this on Nasdaq.com a few weeks ago. With the advent of these stay-at-home, hyper-connected, hyper-engaged trader who has a lot of time, is engaged with the market, very, very conscious about what happens and how the market reacts, you now have a very, very active trader who basically is very, very engaged, understands volatility, and I think, and so we have come a long way from that trader who was actually trying to trade on the telephone to a point where you literally have over 50 million traders engaging more than 3 times a month. So it has been an amazing, fascinating experience. And I think, sometime I would say, I was involved. I was a CIO for a large broker dealer before this. And after we sold that business, I moved on to basically, starting Tradier with some of the smartest folks I ever met. And we really wanted to basically take care of these active traders, right? We felt like everybody is different, and they have their own custom needs. They're looking for technical analysis. They're looking for research, news, content, education, and we really wanted to cater to that need. So that was the inception of the idea of Tradier, in the sense that we said the best way to serve these active traders is to partner with the best. So the idea was, we are going to partner with the best platforms that active traders use, who are serving the best customer. And if we can partner with them in a very innovative way, we are truly going to serve the active trading market. So that's the concept of the API. So what we today do is that we partner with some of the best platforms like StockCharts. We partner with them to deliver what we think is the best product in the market. At the end of the day, the customer is benefiting. The customer is benefiting from the fact that he not only can use the best platform that's there in the market, of the most customizable platform that he has at his fingertips, but be able to consummate the trade. So together with partnerships and what we are doing with StockCharts, what we are literally doing is getting the customer a one place, one size fits all kind of a platform where he can use the platform, trade, and get the best experience, the best execution, all bundled into an amazing platform that customers like. So I think that is the history. So I mean, we started off with a rapid growing industry to today. Tradier has grown to be one of the larger online brokerage firms. I mean, we cater to some of the most active traders in the market. And most importantly, we got hundreds of active traders who rely on us to get them the best execution and deliver with them the best partnership that I think the market can produce. So very excited about it. And for me, this relationship with StockCharts and Chip and the team is absolutely strategic for Tradier. And we're so happy that we have come to a point where launching this platform.
Well, Dan, yeah, no, we agree as well. We think the approach that you're taking with Tradier is spot on. Your point about active and engaged traders and needing to reach them and give them the tools they need to stay engaged in the market, it's 100% what we're trying to do here with StockChartsACP. I think we've taken a big step forward with that tool. Now, there's something else that's been going on recently too. You and I were talking about before. It's another growing trend in online options trading. Isn't it? How's that going?
Oh my God. And I have never, ever seen so many options traders enter the market. I think you have a perfect confluence that is actually, made this industry so what I call as vibrant. But I think the early stages of this kind of started in 2005, where for the first time, semi-institutional, sophisticated, highly active trading got created. And I think what basically has happened is as good education and good platforms got launched into the market, it enabled active traders to engage in ways like they've never done before, right? And particularly, the last 8 years have seen, all the way from 2003 to 2013 to 2020, have seen a massive increase in the amount of options traders. We believe there are roughly around 20 million options traders in the market who actually have placed an options trade, which is sizable for a market that didn't practically exist about less than 15 years ago. So today, as it stands right now, options has become a mainstream, right? A lot of those original misconceptions that people would have had in the past about options being risky, it's meant for a highly sophisticated trader, and those kind of fears have evaporated. You have got this perfect mix of great tools like StockCharts in the market, great execution from firms like Tradier, and that combined with good content and education has really catapulted this industry to be a mainstream industry. I'll give you one interesting fact. Firms like us, 80% of our volume that we do is options today. I mean, I come from an industry exactly 12 years ago, hardly 15% of the volume, if that, would have been options. So almost 80% is just not us. If you take a look at the other large brokerage firms, that is exactly the case. We have delivered those brokerage services in a totally different way. And I think a lot of this credit for options becoming mainstream is a lot of credit goes to what I call as educators and technical analysis and research-based platforms. I think they have literally given the retail investor a way to visualize the market, get an edge on the market, and be able to monitor his or her portfolio in ways like they've never done before. See, more and more traders are looking at options to kind of some to increase their leverage, and most importantly, they look at options as a way to manage a volatile market. And so now you've got this amazing phase in the history of this industry where you have, I don't know how many people have seen more volatile markets than what we have seen recently. So a combination of these volatile markets, great tools, and firms and partnerships like what we are doing with StockCharts is literally making options mainstream and getting it into the hands of the people. So options is a mainstream online instrument. It is employed by some of the most active traders, and you're seeing a lot of the younger millennial traders also now getting into the market. So options trading is really, really exciting for us.
No, and we agree. And the trend that you're pointing out there, I think, is extremely important to be aware of. So because of those kinds of changes, Dan, we have another exciting announcement to make. We want to make it jointly, but why don't you do the honors here? This is something I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I can't wait. See, we are partnering with ACP to offer unlimited equity and options trade for $25 flat. You can trade unlimited number of trades. You can trade unlimited number of contracts. There is no per contract fee. We are solving the most important problem that exists in the market. If you are an equity trader or an options trader, you still are paying commissions bundled into all kinds of fees. You still are paying 65 cents an options contract in the market. So what happened was a team at StockCharts and the Tradier team, Chip, and all of us got together and said, we got to find a way to serve the retail investor. We got to find a way to enable him in the way that we are delivering the most transparent and the most seamless experience where the customer knows what he gets into, and we are going to enable him with something different that didn't exist today. And so that conversation led us to this, what I thought was a brilliant concept called, let's create a Netflix kind of a pricing, all capped at $25, and customers cannot worry about commissions anymore. So I'm so excited about this. I really think it's going to shake things up. I mean, you have now come to a point where we are that pinnacle movement where we are letting people kind of not worry about commissions in addition to that, and giving them all the capabilities, all the functionalities, all the customizability that something like StockCharts produces, and then giving it to them in one flat Netflix kind of a pricing, all you can eat. And so I think it'll change the way we trade.
That's very, very exciting. Unlimited options trading for only $25 a month. I think that's unheard of. I think it's extremely exciting. I did want to take just a second, if we cut over, and we'll actually see the star of our show here live in action. This is StockChartsACP on my computer, and I wanted to make sure everyone saw where they could go. You can, again, StockCharts.com/ACP to start this up. It's free. And you can click here to see all the information about the Tradier Brokerage. And actually just above that, you can also click and see all the information about plugins and all the different plugins we talked about earlier. So I want to encourage everyone to take some time and kick the tires on StockChartsACP. And I encourage you to get a brokerage account with Tradier through StockChartsACP. You'll be able to trade equities for free, and now options at this flat rate of $25 a month. I want to take a moment and thank Dan and his team for their hard work helping us create and grow this partnership with Tradier. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Chip, and the team. Really excited about this.
I really appreciate it. And again, StockChartsACP, to wrap this up, it's highly interactive, it's highly customizable, it's highly extensible, with streaming technical data and direct from the chart trading. It's a real game changer for online investors. It's available now for free at StockCharts.com/ACP. We'd love for you to check it out and let us know what you think. Oh, and there's one more thing. For the next month, as an introductory offer, $25 isn't the price for online options trading. We're going to provide unlimited options trading via ACP through StockCharts and Tradier for the introductory rate of only $20. This is the best price anywhere for options traders. I'm confident of that. And as I showed you, just click on the Tradier icon inside the StockChartsACP app to get started.